Microphone is a piece of shit, so if it fucks up, I'm sorry. I'm doing the Sunwell trash farm with a bunch of mages, and we're going to talk about it. We're also going to put a flare down right there, or smoke flare, however you want to call it. So, obviously, you're going to be a frost mage for this with the pet and the frostbite spec and blizzard that is improved. So that way you can slow the mobs down. You're going to send your pet in there. This is the safest bet. You don't have to, I've seen mages not use the pet, but I do, because if you go in there, these mobs move quick and they will totally one-shot the fuck out of you. There's a dust priest in this group. We need to talk about him. If I can live, that is. Ooh, I lived. I would say if you're pulling the mobs and you are noggin foggered to if you're noggin foggered as a small character, you can stack the mobs in such a way when you ice block that you might be able to live. When you ice block, it's important that the ice blocked mobs don't get in front of you when you're in ice block, because if that's the case, you are 100% probably fucked. When they are just behind you, it's like the SM1 pull. It's possible that you could just blink away, but you have to do it immediately. I will talk about this kill spot in a second. I just need to focus on doing some damage. Speaking of damage, you need to be able to do at least 1.3k damage, or else you're considered not really a team player. I'm doing just fine, and I just pulled the mobs. I wasn't doing anything. You want to be perpendicular with this tent, almost. Like if I turn my character this way, it's like I'm perpendicular. You want to put your blizzard right around here. The center eye, the eye of the blizzard, is where that dead imp is. If you want to be able to make it work, otherwise it won't. If you want to try, you can push your luck by backing out more, but let's talk about it. When you back out more, the mind flay that the dust priest can do will tag whoever it sees, and then it will jump to the whole raid, and the mind flay will rot the raid completely. They will freaking die. And if you're the mage that is wiping the group, I would say that you got about maybe 2 chances before it's like you're kicked the fuck out the raid. So that's why it's important for line of sight issues that you don't, just fall asleep. You need to be, if you're a mage here selling the boost, you need to be aware and keep sharp eyes and ears on the whole thing. Let's see. Alright. Targeting myself. So when you target yourself, you don't want the line of your character where the circle is. You see my circle? You don't want it to be touching the lines, these lines on the ground. If you touch the lines, you're wrong. Let's do it again. Double shield is a must on this. This guy has ginormous proximity. If you see underneath him, he is fucking huge. Wait for him to get around halfway is what, if you want to say that this is a quarter turn, you want him about half right there. And like I did, you just send the pet and don't do anything and let it die. If you block with the pet alive, the mobs might move around, and when they're all fucking moved in a weird spot, like you see this one I'm talking about, they're behind me, and someone, if they're smart, is gonna Nova right there, almost perfect. I'm probably dead. I'm not gonna lie to you. Ooh, I lived somehow. I literally don't know how that happened. And yeah, that's it. As long as you can do that, like I just said, you're fine. There's a mage in here that's wearing tier 2 and intellect stamina gear, so You can be like him, or you can be like me with tier 4 in Karazhan gear. Let's talk about this. So this Dust Priest is right here. If he gets anywhere further along, sheep him. Because if this guy gets out of freaking control, it's going to wipe the raid. So just breathe and remain calm. And if he gets anywhere closer, you're going to have to sheep. You're going to have to make a call. Because that dude will fucking destroy the raid. If you try to poke your head out, the only reason why you're poking your head out to get him is because you're sheeping. That's it. Otherwise, you're going to let him continue all the way almost here so that you can see him without moving from this spot. You're seeing him in a way where you don't have to move, and you're just going to keep him there. That's it. Dispel. Oh my god, dude. It's important that the freaking priest that's in your group is dispelling the mages, man. Because if that dude gets out of control, easily he just killed me. Losing mages on this, like, they could literally, a mage that's just rank 1 blizzarding can carry the team while other people are evocating, because it's so important that the guy doesn't move. It is so important. But anyways, let's talk about the good with this farm. I've made 7,000 or 8,000 gold. Yeah, 8,000 gold in 8 hours from this. So I would relate this farm to doing like tier 5 or tier 6 GDKP as a promoter or an organizer. Like, organizers make extra money, obviously. So you are doing this without having to doing any sort of organization of making a raid, doing the, sign ups, all that kind of thing. You don't have to do any of it. And how I just walked into the dungeon again is literally so important. You don't walk in straight on, because if the mobs see you, if the Dust Priest, you just, and you can kick that, by the way. I just walked in there and kicked it while everyone else just wasn't. So, obviously don't be some shitter. Be a good mage and kick the freaking spells. Alright. Let's see. Let's see. What are we gonna else talk about? I don't know. I mean, that's pretty much it. Like I said, if the mobs get out of control, just breathe and sheep the mobs and don't panic, because you have plenty of time. The one thing that I'm going to say is, let's say you do really good damage, but you don't have a good mana pool. You can still come as a mage. You just need to bring some mana potions, and you're going to invis, and you're going to drink. So as long as all the other people are sitting in the spot, that's all you got to do. That's pretty much it. I'm just going to remind everybody that if you bring a priest, the guy needs to freaking dispel. That's his main job. The mages are doing the main DPS. But as a mage, I'm going to say this right now. If your priest is not dispelling, you need to step up and dispel the renew off the mob. The renew literally will heal more than the direct heals that the priests in these groups can do. The Holy Nova will heal the mob for approximately like 25% of its total health. The Renew stays on for a full duration, just like, the Renew stays on like for a full duration, just like it does for our priest that we play. It's just that Renew literally does, like 10% of their health every tick. So it will heal the mob full if you just let it chill on there for full duration. So please only bring people that are competent, because I did this yesterday and there was people that were just trying to kind of do whatever they wanted, and I just kicked them all out of the raid because I was like, you're not coming, you're an idiot. So only bring people that want to be here, because if you make 2,000 gold an hour every 2 hours, you got nothing to complain for. You got to earn that shit. And by the way, that's some ridiculous numbers. I'm gonna be honest with you. You cannot be some shitter that comes in here and just wants to, you know, get in here and just go AFK. It won't work. And just waiting for this guy to go all the way over to that side. And a trick that I learned is walk in with the pets that way, because if you try to send the pet alone, it takes forever. If you just tell it to attack from, like, let's say I'm over here and I send the pet over and I just stay right here, it'll take forever. So I just walk in with it, ice block as soon as the dude's right here. And like I said, this Dust Priest, as soon as he's a little bit halfway past this hedge, I'm going to point the halfway spot unless I die. I'm going to say one thing right now. The mages that are summoning the water elementals, the Dust Priest, if it can't target us, it'll target the water elementals, and then it will, the Mind Flay will AoE everybody because the water elementals are right here. So be very careful how you use them. As long as that Dust Priest, you see where Skull is, if it doesn't move, you can summon water elementals all day. But once it starts moving, just dismiss your pet. You're not helping the group out. But for the Dust Priest, if it starts getting about halfway where this 45 degree, I would say, is, you want to go ahead and just make a call to go ahead and sheep them, because they're not worth. Not worth. If he gets any closer, he will fuck the raid up. You can live if he AoEs the raid for probably, I would say, 2 ticks of the damage. But if it's a full duration AoE, it's a wipe. So as long as people are focused and doing exactly what I'm, showing and doing and talking about, there's nothing to worry about. You can get on here and just do this for hours on end, watching YouTube in the background, and I mean, you are going to make far more money than most people. I would say that you're going to be making money, like, literally, like I said, close to a promoter, organizer of a Black Temple, and you didn't have to do anything to, get the raid going. You just simply showed up to this. Way easier. And then what we're looking for mainly is the weapons and engineer goggles for rogue. Like, it's insane, man. And like I said, I made 8,000 gold in 8 hours. I've got other characters that got a shitload of money on them too. I'm about to die. I'm about to freaking die. Yeah, I'm dead. The healer's just... Oh, he's healer's just doing whatever. No loot. That feels bad. Okay, well, that's pretty much all they got for the video.